Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. How is everyone today? Hope you're well. Sorry, just moved my camera. So today then what we're going to look at is we're going to look at play ratings and ask you, who do you think played well yesterday? Give us your ratings and things like that. So we'll go through each player as we've done before many times. So hi Leonard, how are you buddy? You well? Hope you're having a good Sunday afternoon. Yeah, so we're going to have a look in the topics down below, and what we're going to do is we're going to go through each particular player. We're also then going to go through some news and updates and things like that on what's happened so far with regards to yesterday and the fallout, let's call it, from the Laporte injury, which is, it's very frustrating. It really is. But there's no official news yet. But yeah, it's not looking good, if I'm being honest with you. Section 20, afternoon all. How are you, buddy? Absolutely, you too as well. Yeah, I have been out. I've got the blind's been pulled down in the bedroom, so I've just been out and bought a new one. So I'm just charging up my drill and then go and fit in a new blind before we end up with an absolute house full. So that's why I thought I'd go a little bit earlier today. So I hope you don't mind. Owen says Sergio De Bruyne and Silver Old 9. Well, we'll get to that, mate. Just hold fire. We're going to go through each player. Albert Day, hi Andy. Kev is the best player in the Premier League right now. He's absolutely superb, Albert. Absolutely brilliant. Football fan chat, how are you? Chris Baker, hey Blues, how are you? Good to have a chat yesterday with you, Chris. Hope you enjoyed the game. Huge concerns of Laporte, yeah. I did get your message, mate. I don't understand why you've got a strike or they're closing your channel down for one strike. They should do that because you should be able to get 3, I think it is, before they close your channel down, so a bit strange. John Walters, hello. How's Sniffles? Brad Niblock, hi Andy. I think I saw you yesterday in the Blue Moon Cafe, but you were walking with someone. I didn't want to disturb you. My last game, I have tickets. Mate, you should have come over. You can disturb us anytime you want, mate. Just come and grab me, pull my hair, do whatever, push me, say, hey, it's Brad. You could have come on, mate, and have a chat. You don't. You can. Anyone is more than welcome to disturb me, as long as they're not filming. Of course you are. But that's a shame, mate. If you're not going to get any tickets in the future, but if you need any help, just give us a shout, and we'll try and help wherever we possibly can. John Walters, been perving on nurses in the Young Doctors are teaching. What? It's 3-2. Everton, really? I've not seen anything. I've been busy. I've been out this afternoon, so just come home. Paul Sanderson, hi Andy, how are you? Chris Baker, sorry couldn't stop long, mate, but it was good to see you. Yeah, you too, mate. Andy, what does your tweet mean? What does my tweet mean? What are you on about there, Rob? My tweet? At me. Your last tweet where you at me. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, this was, I can't bring it up on because I'm on my phone. Let me just see. Somebody, you know Akio Fernandez. If you don't know Akio Fernandez, Akio set up the Go and Supporters Club many years ago. Big blue, really big blue. And yeah, his plans are he's coming over to Manchester to live for a year. And somebody, he got into something about, he'd been speaking to Blues on Twitter and things like that about him coming over. And he's actually going to come over and have his first game actually live at the Etihad before he moves over here for a year. And he's bringing his dad. Now, somebody on Twitter had actually posted the fact that if he comes over, he's going to get done in and blah, blah, blah and all this. I mean, absolutely incredible. So he messaged me, he direct messaged me and said, Andy, is it... Basically, I hope I'm not sort of I won't say his full message, but basically he was just saying, should I be worried about this? And I went, listen, mate, there's that many gobshites on Twitter. I've been threatened to be stabbed, sliced, you name it. I said, you'll be fine, mate, absolutely fine. And anyone who's telling you let's face it, these are the Goan Supporters Club. And he set this up a number of years ago. And they get up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, drive 30 kilometres to the pub where they all frequent, and then watch games at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And he rounds up like 30 of them to go specifically for that. So yeah, bang out of order, absolutely bang out of order. So yeah, not on whatsoever, in my opinion. So I don't know what other people think about it, but yeah, I just replied to him on Twitter, copied you in, Rob, basically saying, do you know who this person is? Because it's not right, This is somebody who set up an official supporters club in Goa. Now, just because they've not been to Manchester before to see a game, they do as much, if not more, by their subscriptions and everything else, and getting up at ridiculous, clock in the morning. Because if you ask me to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go and watch a game 30 kilometres away at 4 at most weeks, I'd probably tell you to bugger off, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, I just thought, what is wrong with City fans? What is wrong with some, and they are the minority, what is wrong with some City fans? I just don't get it whatsoever. I really don't. But anyway, I said to him, look, mate, you'd be fine. Absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. It is what it is. All right. What do you think the score will be later? Are you talking about the Arsenal-Spurs game? I'm going for Spurs, mate. I'm going for Spurs 3-1. I've just got a feeling it's going to switch everything around. I was in Colin Bell level 3 yesterday. It was silent until they scored. Literally nobody sang whatsoever. Yeah, I took to your point that, and Brad, I'm not so I want to go down that route, but hey, you'll annoy Martin if he's on. If football fan chat is being removed from YouTube, it is because of YouTube's new rules about under 18s live streaming and having open chat sessions. You should read the rules. Football fan chat. I don't know what that is about. I didn't get to see the other side of the message, Andy, and the layout makes it seem like you were asking, who is this guy? As in, you're asking who I... Oh, right, no, sorry, I didn't mean that. I was just, my point was, who is this guy who posted that on Akio's timeline? And I just copied you into it. I also copied in Man City as well, saying, does anybody know who this guy is? Because it's just not right. It just simply isn't right, Threatening somebody to come over because they're coming over and this person actually runs a supporter club. It's bang out of order in my opinion. Hi mate, how are you, Alexander? They've started playing the Rocky theme tune in the Colin Bell stand. We won't even go down there. Hello Andy, how are you mate? Benignism, I'm very good mate. YouTube have no rules against that, Rob. Any links to that? It was to do with a copyright strike. You shouldn't be getting a copyright strike and being removed from the channel just for one strike, mate. So it shouldn't be anything to do with that whatsoever. That's why it surprised me. Everyone gets so cocky on Twitter, leave them to it. Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. YouTube guidelines early this year have disabled comment sections for content produced by under 18s. It was in the news several times. I tried to put some blinds ones. Hey, Blue Heart. Good to see you. Where were you yesterday, mate? I thought you were coming to see me. Alexander, impressed with Southampton, Sheffield United getting draws against top 6 teams. Yeah. Sniffles tried to mate with us. We have decided to start a new Chelsea channel, but we still use this channel for neutral content. Full explanations later. Okay. Chris Baker, I City's goals under more scrutiny than anybody else. Did you see Newcastle's goal yesterday? Still not over. It's just unbelievable. There was some very, very bizarre. Well, this morning I watched a little bit of the Sunday supplement. I was watching a little bit of that before I had to go out, and yeah, I mean, they were talking about VAR, but even both of them, Matt Law and Martin Samuel, both went, it's not VAR, it's the refs, basically. They're just shite. End of story. And they're absolutely fucking garbage, absolute nonsense. the referees are in this league. Pathetic. It was interesting watching Match of the Day back last night before I nearly fell asleep. I don't think, one, they didn't show the Aguero goal at the end or review it, and two, what happened to the Mahrez incident? Didn't see that either. I don't know if anyone else has seen it on another platform, but we all thought it was a penalty, a pullback on Mahrez. Never even looked at that. So there are no rules, Rob. I haven't been affected by that. Okay. Mingy Wong, hello Andy, how are you, buddy? Owen, Aston Villa's goal, what a bad decision, very, very bad. Are you a Chelsea fan, by the way? He is. Blue Heart, I was there, but running late like Mahrez had to rush off. Don't worry, mate, it's fine. John Walters, I call Newcastle the mucus, just seems to suit them somehow. Thoughts on Sheffield? Hey, listen, what a great comeback. 2-0 down, come back, Chelsea 2-2. Yeah, fair play to them. How long they'll be able to sustain that? Remember, we're only a few games into the season, so it's one thing doing it at the beginning. You've got to be able to do that consistently. Only joking about Mahrez, thought he was okay. I thought he was very, very good in the first half. I thought he was exceptional in the first half. Second half, sort of drifted out of it like he normally does. And this is his problem. He's got to maintain that consistency. We've said it over and over and over again on the channel. He's got to consistently do it, for 90 minutes, not just for like bits and pieces of a game. But I thought he was brilliant in the first half. Absolutely brilliant. I'll let you two chat on with fan chat. But Addison, what's the use of having VR when the ref can use or not want to use it? That's the point that we're discussing this morning on Sunday Supplement. Who do you, Andy, think is going to replace Laporte? Wouldn't surprise me. Obviously, John Stones is back. We've got John Stones and Otamendi, and I think it'll be rotated between the three of them with Fernandinho. Leonard says, the way VR has been implemented, better off. I put 50 quid on Sheffield finishing top 4. Right, you should have just given me 50 quid, mate. Hi, Andy, gutted about Laporte. Absolutely. Well, we don't know the extent yet. Everything will be done today because, as we said yesterday, they're going to have to wait until any potential swelling comes down, then have an MRI, then wait and see exactly what is the problem. Because these things sometimes you don't really see until 24, 48 hours later to be absolutely certain, because that will determine what the prognosis is. Diagnosis will determine what the prognosis and the long-term treatment will be. So they'll make sure it's right. So whatever happens, he's going to be out for a number of weeks, months. We don't know. No, Andy. Okay, don't know what that is. Address it. I don't know what you're on about, Rob. Joseph Beatty, good luck with that, mate. Using my new phone, amazing, Andy. You sound the same. Have you talked about the Newcastle handball yet? I haven't, mate. I only saw brief highlights last night. I must admit, by the time I got home and everything else, and I was like watching a little bit of Match of the Day and then sort of chipped in and out of it. So I didn't see everything. I was only listening to Sunday Supplement this morning. Bananism, got to transfer Laporte from my... Yeah, you will have to. Chris says, Fernand was excellent when he came on. Rolls-Royce play. We knew that anyway. Will he be able to do that over a week in, week out, over a 38-game period at his season at his age, if I can get my words out? I'm not too sure, but what an amazing player. He just knows Pep's system. Even playing as a centre-back, he knows Pep's system. He's a wonderful, wonderful player. Fernandinho played class in centre-back, but Laporte will be a big miss. Robbie 40, he will be a massive miss. Andy, since we know our opponents in Champions Group, will you be able to attend most of the away games? I certainly won't be going to some of them. If I can get tickets, I'll definitely try and get to some of the away games, but I won't be going to. I won't be flying out way east. Northeast. That's for certain. Think I'm now dead, last in the fantasy football. Well, I don't know what I would have done. I looked last night when I got home, and I'd done all right. I had 5 players, and I got 40 points, so I'd done all right, and I had a load of players today, but I don't know. I've not seen any scores, so I've only just not long been in. How are we doing? How are you, Gary? How long's Laporte out? We don't know, Joseph. There's no official news. You're going for a nap. Okay, John, take care. Blue Heart, the VAR team must have had a bet on that result. With sniffles, John. He is. Leonard London, we're all short of world-class centre halves to get the next level, potentially rule the Europe. Possibly, mate, possibly. No sniffles, he's sleeping in the bath. Very intelligent player. He picked up English in no time. He's a top-class player. Hi, Martin, how are you? Rodri looks like a towering beast on the field. How big is he? 6'4", I think, or 6'3". I registered today on the Blue Moon blog and saw a thread about Celtic and Rangers being integrated into Premier League. Is that legit or what? Doubt it. I very much doubt. I doubt if that's potentially true. Sorry, I've just got family coming over, so if they do come over, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come off this, get them settled in. Otherwise, it's gonna be chaos in here, and I'll come back on again when it's a bit quieter. And what we're going to do is going to do the player ratings. So just give me 1 minute. Let me just see whether it is or it isn't. It is. They've arrived. So I do apologise. What I need to do is I'm just going to go and speak to them. I'm going to come off only because you'll end up, this door's going to open. There's loads of people going to come in. So live streams over family, that's just... Listen, if I can get them to just shoot out, because I did message my lad. My lad's going to pick them up, and I just said to him, we need some dishwashing tablets. Can you make sure you get some? He clearly never reads his bloody messages ever. And I do this all the time. Message him and go, oh, do you mind picking this on your way back up? And then he comes on and goes, I didn't see your messages. No, sorry, I didn't see it. It's like, what's the point of having a fucking phone? It stays there on your face all day when you're in the house. But as soon as I message you when you're out, you never see your phone. So, no, I certainly won't introduce it to my family because that's private, mate. This is Man City Fan TV. So, thanks for the interview, Jay Wang. Hey, Jay Wang. Jay Wang, if you are the real Jay Wang. Jay Wang was a legend yesterday. Just stood there with his girl and his son and just lit up a fag. Absolute legend. See you later, Andy. Any idea how long until you're back? Well, I'm gonna go through it very now. I think my son is walking them all around the back, through the back door, and he's gonna make them stay in the kitchen, but no doubt you'll hear them. So what I'll do is I'll tell you what, I'm going to give it 5-10 minutes out. Let me just get these settled in. I might have to run upstairs and go do it upstairs because these are just noisy buggers when they come. So listen, I'll be back. Are they going in the... No, they're going training with the kids in the garden. So anyway, I tried to do it earlier because I knew these were coming and I'd only just got home. Sod's law, innit? You know, it's the whole thing. You try and plan for something, but then it never happens like that. But I will be back. What we're going to do, have a think about it. I'm going to go through each individual player. Going to go through Ederson and Walker and Laporte and Otamendi, etc. And I'm going to ask you your player ratings because I've got mine down here. And we're just going to compare how they played. Then there's some of the further news. If you have a look in the description below, you'll see we'll have a quick chat on Laporte's injury. Not that there's any confirmed news. Talk about Fernandinho and how he came in and replaced Laporte and did very well. KDB's had some very good comments he made, certainly about the City squad. Bayern potentially back in for Leroy Sané, so they claim that they're still going to come in for him regardless. Joe Latibeaudiere, we're going to talk about him. The fact that Salford City, can you imagine what the response might be? Salford City now wanting to use Carrington, which makes sense for them with Gary Neville and everyone right next to United's training ground. So obviously they can swap things, but it'd be great if City just went, piss off. You ain't having it because we don't need the money. And then just any other questions you've got. So I'll be back. Give me like, I don't know. I'll put a post on here just saying back at a certain time. So you'll get a notification when we're going to go live again. And thank you for tuning in. I'll be back very shortly once I sorted these reprobates out, and we'll be back soon. See you in a minute.